Thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations, Babylonians mapping the heavens, Egyptians aligning pyramids with the stars, and the Maya creating calendars so precise they rival modern calculations, were already grappling with the mysteries of time and space. They didn't have telescopes or particle accelerators, yet they stared into the infinite, daring to ask, what is our place in the cosmos? Fast forward to Einstein, whose equations shattered our perception of time as a constant. He showed us that time bends, slows, even stretches. But what if I told you the seeds of this knowledge may have already existed in the minds of ancient thinkers? Picture a Babylonian priest clutching clay tablets, not just recording the stars, but perhaps perceiving something deeper: patterns, symmetries, hits of a universe governed by rules far more intricate than they could articulate. Could their understanding of time, cyclical and fluid, hold the key to reconciling quantum mechanics with general relativity today? What if Einstein's revolution was only middle chapter of a story that started millennia ago? What if their primitive philosophers weren't primitive at all, but the earliest whispers of truth we are only beginning to uncover? Brace yourself. Today we are connecting ancient wisdom to modern science in ways that will flip your perception of reality itself. This isn't just history, it's a gateway to future of understanding the universe. 1905, the year Einstein dropped a bombshell on physics. Special relativity didn't just shake the foundation of science, it obliterated the old rules. Suddenly time wasn't this rigid, unshakable constant. No, it could bend, stretch, and warp like cosmic taffy, all depending on your speed and position. And E equal mc squared. It's not just an equation, it's a cosmic truth bomb. It has, hey, energy and mass, same thing, just vibing at different frequencies. Mind-blowing, right? But here is the twist. Einstein wasn't the first to suspect time had a rebellious streak. Let's rewind. Ancient India, 2000 years ago, philosophers wrote of Kala, a cosmic force, where time flows differently in realm beyond Earth. Or how about the Greeks? Zeno's paradoxes hinted at time's slippery, non-linear nature, once real madness. Some indigenous tribes believed time wasn't a straight line, but a spiral. They imagined events folding back on themselves, like cosmic deja vu. Sound insane? Guess what? It's eerily close to how black holes might mess with space-time. And here's my favorite tidbit. Did you know Einstein almost failed his physics entrance exam? The Einstein, but that setback, it's the butterfly effect. Without it, maybe he wouldn't have had the time to imagine a universe where the speed of light is the ultimate speed limit. So, buckle up. We are diving into the unexpected, the mind-twisting, the what-if connections between Einstein's brilliance and ancient cosmic curiosity. Because, trust me, when you stretched the limit of time and space, reality itself becomes the biggest plot twist. Okay, folks, here's the mind-blower. Thousands of years before Einstein scrapped the first equation, ancient civilizations were already playing 4D chess with time and space. Let's start with the Egyptians. To impress tourists 4,000 years later, there were celestial architects. Their lives revolved around stars. They mapped the heavens so precisely, even could predict the folding of the Nile, their lifeline, dawn of the day. For them, time wasn't just a ticking clock, it was a divine river flowing in sync with the cosmos. Now brace yourself for the Maya. These astronomers were on a whole other level. They built observatories that make Stonehenge look like amateur hour and created a calendar so accurate. NASA still tips its hat to them, but here is the kicker. They didn't think of the time as a straight line like we do. Nope, for the Maya, time was cyclical, looping endlessly, where past the future are neighbors waving across a cosmic street. Sounds bananas, right? But hold on, Einstein's relativity hints at the same thing. Time can blend, warp, and even loop under the right conditions, like near the black hole. Did the Maya know something about the universe? universe that we are only rediscovering now. And the Babylonians, they weren't just staring at the stars for fun. They invented the 60-minute hour. Why 60? Because 60 is divisible by so many numbers, making it the ultimate cosmic cheat code. They were doing complex math while some cultures were still figuring out the whole fire thing. But here's my favorite twist. Some of their stars charts aligns suspiciously well with modern astronomical data. Coincidence? Or were they tapping into a deeper universal rhythm? One that Einstein himself would later reveal in his equations. What if the ancients weren't just looking up, they were looking through, peering into their fabric of time? And what if we are being underestimating their brilliance for millennia? Stick around, because we are about to connect these ancient mysteries to the bleeding edge of science. And trust me, your brain is about to warp like space-time itself. Alright, let's make a crazy leap. Could the ancients crack the secrets we missed? Take the Babylonians. They mapped the stars like cosmic accountants. To them, time wasn't a straight arrow. It was a looping cycle, like seasons or the tides. Now, fast forward to Einstein. He said time bends, warps, and slows based on motion. See the similarity? The Babylonians might have guessed it first. And let's talk Heraclitus. He dropped his gym. You can't step into the same river twice. Translation: everything flows, nothing stays still. Sound familiar? That's Einstein's space-time, flexible, even ever changing. Heraclitus basically tweeted relativity before it was cool. Here is the wild thought. Were they just guessing, or did they tap into something real? Could their view of time as fluid align with Einstein's universe? This isn't just ancient wisdom, it's ancient foreshadowing, and it might reshape how we see physics today. Alright, buckle up, because we are diving straight into the multiverse of ideas. Einstein's theory of relativity, a revolutionary breakthrough in understanding the fabric of the universe, right? But if I told you it's not a breakaway from ancient wisdom, it's a rediscovery of something buried deep in the cosmic dust of time. Think about it. These ancient civilizations didn't have the fancy jargon of quantum mechanics or high-tech telescopes, but they had something way cooler: intuition. They captured time's elasticity, the cosmic flexibility of reality, before we even had the math to prove it. The Egyptians mapped the stars, not just chart the heavens, but to sync their lives with the cosmic rhythm. The Maya cyclical calendars weren't just time trackers. They were a gateway to a universe where time loops and bends. And those Babylonians, they know something we're settling and revealing. Time isn't a linear treadmill. It's more like bungee cord. It stretches, it snaps, it warps, depending on our cosmic perspective. Now, let's talk about today. Quantum physics and relativity are pushing the boundaries of space and time like a rocket that can't stop blasting off. We are studying quantum entanglement, where particles breathe in sync across light years, and black holes, where time literally freezes at the event horizon. It's like science fiction, only it's science fact. But here is the kicker. The ancients were already in the ballpark. They may not have had telescopes that could see through the fabric space-time, but they saw it through their star maps, through their celestial calendars, through their ancient wisdoms. They felt the rhythm of time in their bones. What if the boundary between ancient and modern isn't so clear? What if we are not just learning new things? What if we are rediscovering what we are always know? Buckle up, because this ride is only getting started. Einstein once said, the distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. How right he was. But yet this what if ancient civilizations were the first to glimpse the truth behind the illusion. Before we even had the equations, they were already feeling it in their bones. They saw time not as a straight line, but as a ripple, a fluid dance of the cosmos, bending and twisting in ways we are still trying to understand. They didn't need fancy telescopes, a direct or quantum equations. They had intuition, a direct connection to the rhythm of the universe. So here we are, thousands of years later, peering through the lens of modern science, picking up where they left off. But now we have the tools, the math, the tact, the particles, and we are pushing the boundaries of space and time like even before. And yet our quest, the search of truth, the real fabric of the cosmos, is the same. Time, space, humanity. It's all interwoven in ways that defy our current understanding. It's a cosmic puzzle that, believe me, is far more mind-bending than we even thought. Now, here's the kicker. This isn't just a the future. It's the past catching up to us. It's the ancient wisdom and the cutting-edge science colliding. And if you're ready for the ultimate journey into the unknown, buckle up, because it's time to rediscover the universe with us. If you want to break free from the ordinary and dive into the unbelievable intersection of ancient wisdom and modern science, hit that subscribe button and join us at Sankai Academy. Together, we'll continue our wild exploration of the universe, mind-blowing discovery at a time.